All right, so welcome everybody out. Today I have the honor of interviewing our guest, as you see on the screen, Dallas Gordon. She is an amazing mother, entrepreneur. As I mentioned earlier, for some that were on the live, but I'm actually doing this now for the recording, entrepreneur that loves to help people make money with e-com. So if you're wondering what e-commerce is all about, you've been watching my wall, you've been watching Dallas's wall. She's going to give it to you today. But what I really want to do is I want to let everybody know the pretense of this interview, which is going to be pushing the limits, because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we don't push the limits, right? We don't push the bar. So for those that have followed me, you know that I have the Push the Limits radio interviews. So now what I'm doing, inspired by, I'm going to be honest, Keisha's on here, Dallas is on here, watching these ladies do their thing with the live. I said, you know what? It's time to get back in the video. It's time to get back in the live. So shout out to those two ladies, because honestly, as an entrepreneur, you can never get enough inspiration. There you go. Raise the roof, right? So there you go. Real stuff. So let's see, who do we got live with us? Gonna listen in for now. What's up, Cindy? All right, cool. So again, push the limits, guys. The thought that I had when I started this, again, was, taking entrepreneurs and getting them the information that they need, understanding from people that have already, walked the path. So Dallas has been online for quite some time now. She's had some struggles. We've all had struggles, right? So the questions that I'm going to ask her are really just to give you guys value, to give you some insights on exactly, what she did in her business to have $1,000 days, to brand herself, to become, the e-com cash queen, right? So Dallas, my first question for you is, what was your first highest success, and what do you feel like helped you accomplish that breakthrough?
Well, okay, I would have to say, I could say that my highest success was one of those $1,000 days, but when I should not my highest success.
Right.
It's not. I think that my highest success when my passion and my business life, it all became one. And what I feel like really sent me in you, Jermaine, you're really a catalyst actually for where I am today. Me stepping on myself and really following a lot of the steps that you gave me to do, because when I first came to you, I was very much in my shell. I was working on difficult students, and a lot of the things that you were telling me to do, I was like, no, I don't think I can do that.
Right.
That's not me. And you were telling me that, Dallas, I feel like you really haven't found your passion. And I used to be like, what do you mean? I was kind of offended. Like, I know what I want to do.
Right.
But over time, I started to slowly see what you meant by that. And I think that one of the things that light bulb kind of like went off over my head, and I realized that, oh my gosh, I love what I do. I love helping people. I'm on fire for them. I love when I see people actually see breakthroughs in their lives, in their situations, in their families. I'm actually excited about this. I love this. And when I stopped waking up to just do this work that I kind of dread, and I'm just doing it to make the money. But I started to really wake up to my passion.
Right.
I would say that is my all-time biggest breakthrough was that moment. That moment.
Well, you didn't have to say that, right? No, I'm just kidding. Totally unrehearsed.
Yeah. I know, I'm serious.
No, but
it's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? I would have to really tap in on that and coincide with that, because these type of testimonies is what really keeps me going. Like you said, we're out in Hawaii. We've made a lot of money, and we can sit here and talk about that all day long. But the real thing that impacts people is that pivotal point in their business. So I'm glad that you brought that up, and I'm excited to hear that, I'm able to be part of that. So I don't know if it's just me real quick, but can you guys chime in? Is there a little bit of is she breaking up a little bit, or does she sound just fine on your end? If it's on my end, we're good. I just want to...
You're breaking up every now and then for me, but it's not really that bad. I hope I'm not breaking up.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit. We're good. We'll keep moving. So you guys heard it from Dallas. Her highest success was not her, $1,000 days. It was having that breakthrough and that pivotal point in her business, realizing that, there was more to the internet than just making money, right? And falling in alignment with her passion. And I think that a lot of entrepreneurs, they miss that when it comes to building a business online. Because why do people?
100%.
Yeah. So why do people come online? I'm asking the people in the comments. Why do people generally come online? To do what they do online. Let's hear it from the crowd. I'm sure everybody's pretty much going to say the same thing. Let's get a couple people to chime in. Why do people come online? Let's just get a couple answers. And I think there might be a little bit of a lag on the comments too. Let me look on my phone.
Probably, especially if you're looking at the computer.
Right. Okay, so be nosy and buy-ish is what Mike says, right? Make purchases, get inspiration. So now we're getting some comments. Leverage. Okay. These are all great answers. I mean, I got one that I'm thinking about that hopefully someone, drops in there. At least that's why I came online personally. But you're right. I mean, be nosy and buy stuff, make purchases, get inspiration, leverage. But here's why I personally came online. I came online to make money, right? I was fired from my job. I was already making a little bit of money, but it wasn't enough to cover $75,000 a year. I was maybe making $500-600 a week. Mike remembers. But the fact and the point is that I came online to make money. And I think that that's where a lot of people get caught up is they don't understand the process and they don't expect the process. So once they don't make money, they give up. So really, really good stuff, Dallas, on your greatest accomplishment. And I'm glad to hear that is it. And that just shows that, when you lead, people follow, right? So Dallas has a big following. So what do you think? If her passion is that and her reason and her highest success is that, what do you think that of her students is going to be, right? We can all make money online. There's hundreds and hundreds of ways. But the fact is, until you find your passion, none of that really matters. So
right.
Give it up for Dallas. All right. She already killed the first questions. We got 5 questions in here. And then she's going to just do like some freestyle value, right? Because I know she's got it. Question number 2. Question number 2. Have you ever been discouraged? And if so, what was your breaking and waking points? So your breaking points and your waking points. And these questions are totally unrehearsed, guys.
I have. I have been discouraged, and it is a journey, y'all, because sometimes still today, of course, from time to time, I go through discouraging times. Probably some of my biggest discouragement times, some of y'all might know that the story many times I've fallen on my face so many times. I've been doing this for a total of 9 years, but I've come into different marketplaces, different ways to sell different things and ways of doing what I do. I have fallen on my face. I mean, numerous counts suspended. I'm making the kind of money that's literally changing my family's life. I'm waking up, the next gone. This has happened to me at least 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
I think when I first got hired Jermaine as a coach, I started out coaching because he was like, there's a teacher in you. Why aren't you teaching? Why aren't you coaching all this information you have? Why aren't you helping people? Guys, I started coaching people. I started getting discouraged. I feel like I was getting paid what I worked. I felt like it was training. I actually quit. I actually messaged Jermaine one day and was like, listen, this might be for you because I'm real feisty. I'm like, this might be for you, but this not for me.
Right.
I don't need to do this. I'm not wasting my time coaching. I will continue to sell online. I just had a whole arrogant spill about how I didn't need this. I didn't need this.
I love the transparency.
Yeah, I fell flat on my face as a coach because I just felt like it hadn't hit for me yet. It was just overwhelming for me. I felt like it was overwhelming for me to always be talking and people always be helping people. It was overwhelming for me to be doing all these live videos. It just was so outside my very introverted personality. So I had on my face multiple times. And sometimes it's like you really don't know what your next move is going to be. don't really know what your tomorrow is going to look like. You don't really know next week is going to look like. To pick yourself up and keep going. Sometimes you don't even know what the outcome is going to be after you keep going. It's just the willingness and the strength and that positive attitude and that, thick skin that you just get up and pick yourself up and just start walking. Sometimes you don't even know exactly what the outcome is going to be, but it's just when you just quit and you put those gloves back on and you just start to attract positive outcomes and situations to yourself. And I feel like every time I do that and I say, I'm not going to quit. Every single time I put my boxing gloves on and I just go ahead and I fight opportunities. The doors of opportunities, they open, they fly open, and a way is always made for me. There was no way. Every time a way is made, you always find a way to do something. Every time you think something is impossible, there's always a possibility somewhere. In that not give up attitude, you will find it from there. So that's what I do. Don't. It's very simple. I just don't. I might need to get some rest that night. I might need to revisit this tomorrow, but I just don't give up. And every time it comes together.
Wow.
Every time. So that would be my answer.
Right. Okay. I'm just sitting here smiling from my end because I've watched the process, and I remember that call. And, obviously I think that was probably a little bit longer call that we had that day. And, everyone gets discouraged. So you got discouraged, you were kind of broken down. You didn't want to do coaching. And like you said, there's a lot of people out there. I'm going to be very, very honest and transparent. They're not meant to be a coach. I'm being very, very transparent because they don't have patience, right? They might not have the skill sets yet. Keisha made a post yesterday about, people coaching that haven't really made money. So, the fact is that, to become a coach, you really have to understand what it takes. And so she got discouraged, she got back up. And I remember that day because, like she said, giving advice to someone that will help them see where they potentially can be, right? It kind of opens the door. So I remember thinking, Dallas, you should be doing live streams. Dallas, you could be doing this and that. And I do remember the time when you called me and said, you know what, Jermaine, I don't think this is for me. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to make some econ money and I'm good, right? But the fact is, when there's a coach in someone, there's a coach. And so I'm going to say this again because I remember after that day, it was kind of like after that week or month or whatever it was, after you got through that, you guys just started popping out live streams and products and groups and all this stuff. So again, watching, and I say you ladies, there's quite a bit of people out there that obviously give value, but the consistency of it with you and Keisha, and some of the other ladies in that group, or in your two groups, right, is amazing. And by the way, we'll be interviewing Keisha next week at some point. We don't have the time yet. But we're excited for that. So, again, if you get discouraged, just don't give up. You heard it from Dallas herself. Let's see. We got 3 more questions. So, moving into question 3, outside of MLM, what are the direct opportunities for people to work with you? This is your time to send people to your group. Tell them what you're all about, Dallas.
I don't, outside of MLM, I don't really do much MLM. I think it's awesome. I just know what I'm good at. But outside of that, basically, you can work with me inside my group. Basically, Ecom can farm me outside of the box, which is not your typical, but outside of the box, e-commerce training. And that's inside of the e-com, inside that group, and you can gain lots of value of how to bring in sales to your website, product, or service. Even if you are the brand, basically I specialize in helping you to communicate your brand online, bring traffic to your brand, your product, or service. That's what I do. I help you to dominate the also of companies who are not in the online space to be able to do that online as well. Some companies are out there, they're not in the online space, and they need to have a plan of action to be able to bring more sales to the online. I also as well. How people to be more aware of the offer. I help people with email marketing. Even now, you're probably like, what? But like funnels, is all that's happened with myself like a year ago. But these are all the things that it's echoing, Jermaine. It was just echoing. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're dragging just a little bit, but I'm hearing like everything you're saying. But that's why I'm kind of like really paying attention, because I think it's just you and I. We're breaking up with each other, but it's cool. I got you. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are things that I do. I also have this group, Dr. Shift. That's another group where it's just a positive, motivational group. So it's out of me that loves motivating people and help them to see their highest self. That group is also available as well. My website, you can connect with me in any of those ways. I'm pretty much everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. So, yeah.
Okay. So you heard it. Those two groups. You got Keisha. Keisha's looking out for you. She put the link in the comments somewhere. Thank you, Keisha.
Thanks, twin. Thank you,
Nakia.
I can't see. I'm not ignoring you.
Nakia said there's a little bit of an echo. Keisha said it's that Hawaii internet, and she's probably right.
Jermaine, do you have your volume up on another device? Because that might be what it is.
Let's see. Let me try. Maybe the mic. I can turn it down. Let's see. Is there?
It might be like if you're looking at comments on your phone or something. Is that turned up?
It's not. No. It's the same.
Oh.
Is there still an echo? Are we good?
Yeah. Only when I talk.
Do you have? Let me see. Maybe what I could do is I'll mute out. I could mute out while you're speaking. Let me try that. How about now? You can't hear me, right?
I can.
You can? Okay, I thought.
And I'm echoing.
And you're echoing? Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. How about now? You can still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Son, I got to ask my kid how to put this on mute. I think if I mute out, then you'll be okay. Right, that's what I'm looking to do. Let me, how do you mute this out, son? That's what I did. But it didn't work. You got to hold it down. Oh, there it goes. It's clicking. How about now? You can still hear me?
I can hear you. Let me see. I can hear, but the echo seems to be a little better. Well, I know it's not. I still hear myself twice.
How about now? Still?
Can y'all hear me? Am I still echoing?
She said, they say very little echo.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not that bad.
Turn off the computer in there, please, guys. That might be it. They're watching in there. I don't know if that's it. Maybe.
There's no computer on in here.
Oh, okay.
It might.
All right. So we're good. I think you still echoing on your end?
Okay. It is, but not you. It's just me for some reason.
Oh, okay. They said very little echo. That's weird. Any tech people out there? Let me try this. How about now? We good? We good? Okay,
I think we're good, Jermaine. I don't hear an echo. Oh, no, we're not.
There we go, Edwin. He said this. My speaker is too close to the mic. All right, we good? You can hear me now, right? I accidentally unplugged the mic.
Oh, no. Now you're echoing real bad.
You said now I'm echoing real bad?
Oh, you're good now.
Okay.
You're good.
All right, let's do it. So back to where we were. So the direct opportunities is join her two groups. She's going to show you how to make money with e-com. She's going to show you how to brand herself. You heard it from her. Let's move into question 4. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Here's the thing. When I started out online about 7, almost 8 years ago now, I'm going to be honest. We were like broke. I mean, we were more than broke. We were in debt. We were drowning. We weren't even paying our mortgage on time. Wells Fargo was calling saying, you're 3 months behind on your mortgage. And that's the truth. So I don't care what anyone says. Everyone loves to save money. And I believe that everyone kind of has their own individual ways of saving money. So for you, Dallas, for those still in grind mode, what is one thing that you've done or that the advice that you could give people to save money on your come up? It could be anything. It could
save money.
Save money. I know the answer is always make more money, but we're talking about saving money.
Right. Okay. With me, and I did learn that from you too. I'm big on cash back. I do any way that I can get cash back, I use it. I think that's a favor. And just in general, just dialing back like your shopping. Like I just focus is more on what we can make versus what we can spend so much. So we just don't really shop a lot. Like we dial back on the shopping and we use a lot of cashback websites. Another thing you can do too is I used to be like a monthly payment person.
Right.
I love when I can just buy stuff outright, like no month payment. So that's another thing that helps too, because your mindset changes. And what's funny is the more money you make, the more you want to save. Like a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to be balling out. No, like
nope.
There's 5 ways, any way possible you can save. You want to try to.
Okay. Now that's
so between cash back, just not shopping as much, trying to not get into too many monthly payments, and just paying for your stuff outright, saving more so for the things you want, and just dialing back with all the spending. I think that helps.
Okay. I love it because for us, when we first got started, again, we were a lot in debt. We were using so many credit cards. I mean, and I'm telling you right now, Target, Best Buy, Sears, Walmart, and Home Depot, those 5 right there, 24 to 29% interest. So if you're making minimum monthly payments, and they'll tell you on your statement now, you're looking at 20 years to pay off a credit card. So the system is set up for you to fail. Credit cards are set up for you to fail. So like Dallas said, the more you can buy, obviously you need to make money, but the more you can buy cash, the better off you're going to be because, that interest will kill you. And it killed us. I mean, literally for about 3-4 years, we were just almost crying and bleeding in debt, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate. So between cash back, what was the other 2 things you said? It was cash back. It was just cutting back on spending. I mean,
cash back, not getting into too many monthly payments, just paying right out for stuff, and just not shopping as much. Not consuming much. Like, I'm me personally as a woman in the house, I got me just dialing back. That has helped as well. Just don't always be out there shopping every chance you get. Helps as well. I only shop sometimes. It's not as much as I used to. So
okay,
it helps a lot.
So you make more money, but you're shopping less. That makes total sense, right? As to why you'd be able to keep your money. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
There you go.
All right. So we got one last question. Then we're gonna move into some freestyle value, right? Which is I think the part that I'm most excited about, and I think the part that people are waiting for. For the last question, what would you say for all our listeners that want to know more about you? Where do they go? And I know it was kind of redundant upon the 3rd question, but tell them one more time. This is all you, Dallas. Let them know where to go.
Okay. If you want to know more about me, I would say ecomcashqueen.com. Give me a few days. The site crashed a couple days ago.
Okay.
In a few days, you'll be able to go there again, ecomcashqueen.com. Get anything that you need to know about me. YouTube is number 2. I have so many videos out there, motivational videos, which is what I do. I have some e-commerce videos out there on YouTube. I'm Ecom Cash Queen on YouTube as well. So you can definitely type that in and find me there as well. Definitely by far, I'm always in my e-commerce group every day of the week, which is e-com cash. You want to get your feet wet with e-commerce. You want to know how it can work for you, how it can change your life. That's where I am every day. Sorry, guys, that's me. I also do Instagram Live every. So I'm over there as well every Tuesday. I'm always in my group, and if you want to know where I'll be, you can find out where I'll be every week inside of that e-com cash army group. So from my website to YouTube to the e-com cash army on Facebook, you are sure to find me and find out everything you need to know about that. So
e-com cash army, e-com cash queen. Guys, the importance of branding, right? All you got to do is look her up. E-com cash queen, e-com cash army, and you're going to find her, right? So moving into that, before we move into some branding, because that's what I want to open up, right? I want to open up some branding and some e-com basics. But before we move into that, real quick, I want to give away a couple books. So for the people watching this recording, an hour after this interview, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have my kids put everyone that has shared, liked, and commented as we suggested. An hour after this, give people time to see it. I'm going to have my kids just put your name in a hat and then draw out a name. So that's it for the books. But the $25 gift card, here's how it's going to work. You're going to have to actually comment below, and the person that comments last with no comment after that for 2 hours is going to win the gift card. That's it. So example, Robin, if you comment below right now and you say gift card and nobody else comments after that for 2 hours, you won. Hands down. Now, the only catch is that you have to have liked, commented, and shared this video, of course, so we can get Dallas out there to the cyberspace, right? So that's that. All right. So if you want to win the book, there's the instructions. If you want to win the gift card, there it is. So now, moving forward, Dallas, when it comes to branding, you've done a very great job of branding yourself as the e-com cash queen. Now, what would you give advice for someone that's just coming out online, can't really come up with a brand? I have a lot of students I have one lady, she stayed stuck on a brand for like 3 months. And it drove her crazy. She's like, Jermaine, I can't come up with a brand. And I finally just said, look, you just need to come up with something because this is crazy. So people stay stuck on that. What advice can you give for someone that's stuck and hung up on a brand?
Yeah, I agree with you. You gotta come up with something.
Right.
You gotta come up with something. One thing is that knowing who you are is really important, and who you want to serve is important. So know who you are, know exactly who you are, what you have to offer, what your purpose is, what drives you, what you plan to provide to your potential customers or to your audience. Know thyself first, then know exactly what your demographic is. So for me, I know exactly who my ideal customer is. I know exactly who my customer avatar, who I definitely believe is who I'm talking about. Like Jermaine said, don't get hung up on the specifics, and I'll put that in quotes. Like, don't get too overly perfectionistic, and sometimes when you do that, it really does stunt your progress, and you end up sitting around turning it over again in your head and over, and time is passing and you're not doing anything. So as long as you know who you are and who you are here to serve, the branding piece and the name and all of that really honestly is like that small.
Right.
But when you do pick a brand name, it should say who you are and what you stand for. So for me, I call myself the e-commerce queen because I specialize in e-commerce. I want to teach you how to get that cash, not just to be online and just be doing stuff and chasing every piece of information, but to really narrow it down, find out what you're going to do, get that cash, and win. I'm the queen. I believe I'm the queen of it. So that's why I call myself the queen. I want to make that money in my sleep. I want to wake up to my Shopify dinging and my Amazon dinging, and I want to get that money effortlessly around the clock. So this is why I call myself who I want to be. Every time somebody said they should be speaking into existence who you are. So that's how you come up with the brand name. So when people say that Jermaine, the lead monster still, like, he's a monster at this, he's a beast at this. What do you think about when you think about the traveling beast or lead monster still? You think about what it is that he does, and he's a literal monster at it. So he's put his name into the marketplace, and when people hear that, they know what he does, and they know that he's made his mark in the marketplace, and that's me. That's me. So when I want people to know when I'm coming, the Ecom Cash Queen is coming to teach me how to get these dollars and how to win. So you want people to get excited about your brand, but you have to be excited about it first. And I think that excitement comes from knowing exactly who you are, what your purpose is, and who you want to serve. If you know that first and you're sure about that and you've taken time to really put that down on paper, meditate on it, then it's easy to come up with your name. You know, it doesn't need to be so perfect. It just needs to, when people hear it, it needs to make sense, and it needs to be who you are. When they say that name, they should understand exactly what you do and who you are. So that would be my answer.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I didn't give you these questions ahead of time, because you're just crushing it. I mean, knowing who you are, right? Knowing who your target audience is, and then owning it, like just owning it. Most people don't own what they do, right? So for me, who's getting value? Like, comment below. If you're live, if you're watching the recording, comment below if you're getting value, guys. This is amazing. So for me personally, you said a couple of things that really struck a chord, because when I came out with Lead Monster, right, I'm going to be quite honest, and I think some of you guys have heard this story. What ended up happening was, you know, I knew that when I came online, I joined MLSP, okay? So shout out to Norbert and Brian and those guys still doing their thing, you know, whatever, 8 years later. But the thing is that I knew that when I came online that it was all about generating leads, right? Because I was in, you know, business opportunities and things like that. So I said, you know what? Let me own it and let me forward project Lead Monster. So I created that. And like the next day I went to like AdMob. I don't know if it still exists, but I went to admob.com. I set up some mobile ads and I spent like $200 and I generated like all these leads. So I posted on my Facebook, and at the time, you know, I was probably getting 2 or 3 likes, you know what I mean? But the point is that I knew that if I went ahead and owned that, that's where I would lead to. So speaking your brand into existence is amazing. So you're crushing this. Couple more questions for you, because you killed the branding side of it. Now, I want to be able to send this to people that are building a brand, and they're also building passive income, because you know, and I know that without an information product, without a sustainable rapport, without credibility, without an audience, without a network, it's really difficult to sell you, right? So for those people that are just getting started, that are building their brand, they're doing all the things that you're saying, but they're not generating income, what would be like, you know, 1 or 2 things that you would suggest for them to do to create income while they are on their come up?
Okay. Wow, that's a good one. That is a good one. How to create income up. There are so many ways. There are so many ways to generate income online, guys. I mean, you know, you have different marketplaces that you can get quick money on. I mean, you always have eBay. You always have Bonanza. Of course, you always have Amazon, but you need money into Amazon, and you do need the proper training. Let me put that out there before you get shut down, and then that's it.
Right.
So you do need, or you can use skills that you already have. So you can look at what you're already doing for people that maybe you're not monetizing. I think a lot of us have a lot of talent. Or, you know, some of us know how to write blogs. Some of us know how to do. You can do videos and use affiliate links and drive people to products. I know you have a lot of great suggestions for you make money while they're coming up. You have Fiverr and different freelancer and sites as well, where you can actually use some of your skill to be able to make extra money. I mean, sometimes Jermaine will contact me to design Shopify stores for people and put products in them, and it's a lot of side hustles. Like right now, personally, I don't have time to do it now, but when I needed extra money, or if I ever do, I would definitely go back to doing that. Where, you know, you can get a few $100s for doing something that you already know how to do. Need money by the state of I transcribe for people. like just to get extra money. I sit up all night and listen to audios into company. There's so many little rooms and different things that you can get into to get yourself some quick money if you just need something for now. I would just say the main point is just to look within and see what it is you're already good at. What it is that you can do. And 9 times you're already probably for free. So just ask yourself, how can you monetize that? And there is really no such thing as people get rich off of the dumbest things that they believe that they can. Like people get rich off of knitting socks and selling hair scarves and whatever you want to do. I mean, you can do it if you believe you can do it and you go at it with consistency. You can make it work. So I would just say, look around you, look around your house, see what you can get rid of, see what you can sell, or see what talents you already have that you're already doing for people. Why not monetize? You know, why not put it on a site like a Fiverr or a Freelancer or Upwork? Or there are tons of sites out there that you can monetize the talents that you already have and kind of hold you over until you get to where you want to go with your business and with branding yourself. And then when you get there, you can teach other people how to do those things, you know, and stuff. So it's awesome. There's lots of ways to do that.
I love it. I love it. So if you know, for the people watching, if you can't take that and find something, I think there's a little bit of a lag. My bad. Go ahead. You were saying.
Okay, ask me something. We were frozen.
Oh, okay. You said we were frozen?
Yeah, we were frozen for just a little minute.
Uh-oh. Okay. So, a little bit of technical difficulties or a lot of technical difficulties on this one, but that's okay. It's just going to get better, right? So, we appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out. But again, when it comes to, you know, building a brand and making some money while you're building a brand, the fact is that I got some feedback. I don't know what that is. Let me, there we go. I'm good. So when it comes to building a brand, guys, the fact is that you got to have something that's going to bring you in some income. And so when it comes to Fiverr, when it comes to freelancer, maybe you're a video, you know, you got graphic design, a video editor, photographer, whatever the case may be, you can monetize those skills. So I know for me personally, when I first started, I was going out on Fiverr. I was writing blogs on Fiverr. I was putting out 10 videos a day because I was broke, you know. And I'm going to be quite honest. These are some of the things that I'm teaching my kid while we're out here in Hawaii. You know, he's 18. He doesn't have credit cards yet. You know, he's already made some money while he's out here. But the fact is, what I'm saying is that there's so much we can do. So between Fiverr and freelancer and those different things, you should be able to find something. So again, Dallas Gordon, Ecom Cash Queen. Click the link below. Join her group. And I'm looking at our time on Spreaker. I've got about 45 minutes on there. We've got about 6 to 7 minutes left. So the last question that I have for Dallas is the infamous question: what would you do if you started all over again from scratch?
Hey, Jermaine,
or what would you?
I can't really hear you.
You said you can't hear me?
Not really.
How about
It's
now?
like echoing and repeating.
How about now?
I still can't hear you well. Maybe try it again. It's like every talk, it does the same.
Okay, how about now? We good? No?
It's been
Okay, so you say you can't hear me now, right? How about from the audience? Can you guys hear me? Somebody inbox me or comment on the post if you guys can hear me. Nakia said if you maybe you can mute out for a minute while I talk. Okay, how about now? Same thing, right? Okay, so they said they can hear me. I think it's just you. So here's what I'm going to do, guys, because I do apologize for the technical difficulties. What I'm going to do is in a couple weeks, I'm sure Dallas will be up for it. I'm going to re-interview her because I don't think that it does her any justice. She gave some amazing value. I'm going to see how this renders and then we'll go from there. Did you catch any of that, Dallas?
Okay, I kind of heard you, but you said we're going to do a redo.
In 2 weeks. Because I want to do you justice.
Okay.
This definitely doesn't do you justice. I want to make sure everybody gets this value. Okay? Okay, so again.
Yeah, I can't really hear what I was saying.
All right, so Ecom Cash Queen, you heard it from her herself. Comment below if you guys have got some value. And in an hour, I'm gonna have my kids pull a name out of the hat. So comment below, and we'll see you guys later. Again, sorry about the technical difficulties. TravelingBeastRadioshow.com. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys are interested in seeing more and hearing more of these interviews. Much love, everybody that came out and showed love on this. Like, share, comment, and we'll see you later. Peace.